What am I going to do? Who do I call? I do it by myself for a few years. Then I got kind of discouraged because I didn't feel like I had the support that I needed to have. Because I'm a mother of one, kind of a child. She's not really hyper. She's just inattentive. You can talk to her, you can stand in her face and have a whole conversation, and it's like, what did you say? You know, kind of like that. Sometimes we do that, but it's an all-day thing with her sometimes. And we just had to learn how to incorporate a little bit of strategizing and how to keep you focused and stuff like that with her. I didn't find a lot of families in my area the support that I needed to have in order to make our journey successful. I'm not sure about Greenville County, but Spartanburg County is kind of hush hush. You deal with it on your own, find your own resources. If you don't find it, then you're just out there. That's how I felt. But of course, you know, it's stuff out there. You just have to do your own research and try to incorporate it into the community as a person. So that's what I did. I went on a journey. I called. I was livid. I was like, I can't just by myself. I called Ernie Duncan, and his office got me to Federation of Families and to a nice lady named Phoebe Malloy. She's the coordinator at Federation of Families. And she talked to me, she heard what I had to say. She literally listened to me cry and complain for about an hour. And I was like, whew, I feel so much better. Because I held it in. I was like, mental health is a stigma. I mean, it has a bad rep, and I'm like, my family was like, oh, she's just bad. You don't know what you're doing. You're a first-time mom. It works out at the end. No. It does not. Believe me. You need that support. You need the understanding of what you're going through. You're going to go through it until y'all find a middle. And that middle has been great for us. It really has. But when I got involved with Federation of Families, I didn't know that I was going to become a family facilitator. And what a family facilitator does is go to the community and get other families involved in what you have to say, what you have to deal with, who can bring in resources for parent-to-parent support. And that's what I do. I listen, I give outreach, I give resources. If you need to call me and say, how can I deal with the situation? If I don't know how to deal with it, I can send it to someone else above me. Or I can send it to the right resources that can help you with that situation. We've been strong. My facilitating meetings have been strong for about 4 years. We're not big, we're not huge. Like I said, mental health is a stigma, and some people just have to get over that and try to learn that you can deal with that situation in a better way. We meet twice a month. This is in Spartanburg. We'll be starting a family facilitating meeting here in Greenville soon. And we just basically talk about, like I said, what's going on, what can we do to help each other. We also meet with the youth. Yay! The youth have something to say. And you believe it or not, they're smart. People are like, oh no, they're not smart. Yes, they are. They really, really are. They have something to say. And we had a meeting this past weekend. I'm like, wow. He's like, I don't feel like I should have to do that because I have something to say. If our parents listen to the kids sometime, maybe we would have such a hard situation to go through. And that really stuck out with me when he said that. But that's what I do as far as facilitating in Spartanburg. I gave you guys a sheet that has my presentation on it, and I want to skip to the back where it says peer parent support provider, which is what I am here in Greenville, working with COC, which is Continuum of Care. It's a wraparound facilitator. And my role as PSP is to equip families with the tools to gain and build support, formal and informal, that will help their teams carry out goals set for the family. Some of these tools include peer outreach, support coaching, skill building and empowering, and mentoring, thus giving families the primary decision-making role in the care of their child. Families are also given the strength to reduce the feelings of stigma and blame they encounter in society after working with a team in confidential settings. That's in the wraparound program itself. That's not the, when I say team, the wraparound program, which somebody was supposed to be here today, but they're not. The wraparound program, bringing the whole team. When they were talking about the IEP, when they had the mother, the teachers, the counselor, anybody that's involved in that child's life, even a neighbor, that's a support system, can be involved in the IEP meeting. That's true. And that's good because everybody that plays a part in that child's life has something to say. And it works out, it really does. It's a good support for the child. Now, who we are as Federation of Families. Our mission is, at Federation of Families of South Carolina, is to provide leadership in the area of child's mental health through education, awareness, support, and advocacy. Our vision is to address the unique needs of children and youth with emotional behavior and mental disorders in their families. We value each child and the importance of his or her family, the unique needs of the families, the acceptance of the family, a family-driven organization, professional skills and how they apply to our families, collaboration, access to support and needed services, cultural competency. How we help. We provide parent-to-parent support. That's my role as the facilitator in Spartanburg and as this parent-peer support providers in Greenville at COC. Promoting and encouraging youth support. That's the youth. They have their own track. Sometimes they have their own track, and when we have our facilitating meetings where they will go off with the youth president, and they do their own thing without us. Sometimes they want that, so that's okay. Connecting parents with other parents, building relationships, connecting parents to resources in the community, providing information and training. When I say providing information and training, we have peer support provider trainings every year to parents that want to become a facilitator, a parent peer support provider. And it's like a weekend thing. It's like a retreat kind of like, especially for the children. They get to do their own thing. They go out on the building workshops where they're on the little mountain thing that they climb. The ropes course, that's what it is. I never get to go. They look like they're having fun all the time. They get to go to bonfires. We can hear them back off in the woods having fun. And they need that. They need to know that there are kids out there like them, and they build off that. That's a strength for them. And they take it back to school, and they're able to advocate for themselves and their peers. And a lot of things that I see is, Ms. Griffin, can you give me a let's talk little card? And that's for the kids when they want to call in and talk to someone that they have issues, they have problems, they can't talk to their parents at home. Let's see, family support networks, that's what I do. Establish a sense of community and fosters growing relationships among families who are dealing with similar issues. Believe it or not, some people deal with the same issues, they just don't know how to talk about it, who to bring it to, how to present it. Introduce people to others like themselves who share similar interests and concerns to find compassion. As a parent without a child with disabilities, I know there are parents out there that need compassion. To learn how to advocate for the needs of their loved ones. To recognize and celebrate achievements and milestones. Like, for instance, if my child made an A, that's an achievement. That's a star going on the board, on the refrigerator. We're going out to eat. Hey, they say don't give your child. Well, some people say they're not supposed to get accolades for making A's. That's not a choice. That's a given. No. When you have a child with mental issues and behavior issues, yeah, sometimes they need that. That's a strength for them also. To recognize and celebrate achievement milestones. To create a place where families can discuss problems in confidence and without fear of being judged. That's so true. Because I was like, no one's going to listen to me. They're going to, like I said, say she's bad and she won't listen, which is not true. When you come into a situation where there are families like you can relax. You're not, I don't think I can talk about this. And you won't lay everything on the line. You won't put everything, you won't tell what's going on because you're going to be judged. Which is not fair to a lot of families. They are judged before that child gets to a certain school or before they get to a certain community event, just because of their behavior issues. But we help them work on doing better. How can I, before my trigger erupts, what can I do to take myself away from that feeling? That's what we work on as families in the support network. And the youth, when they go on their track, they vent, they do whatever they have to do to get whatever aggressions they have for that week out. And it works. It works. I'm always going to say it works because it works for them. If it works for them, it works for us. So, to develop skills in decision making and take action to become knowledgeable and about lobbying for legislators. I don't know if you guys ever get emails from your senator or somebody saying, this bill is going to be passed. What do you feel about this? You have a right to vote. Put your email in there and vote what you think should happen. Give your 2 cents, as they say. It works. It always works. To encourage empathy and compassion. That's something that we all should work on when it comes to our kids. How are you feeling today? Instead of saying, no, I'm not going to deal with you today. It's not my problem, you deal with it. No, they need to know that you're going to sit down and listen. You're going to be open-minded. And if you can't discuss it then, if it gets too heated in the moment, walk away. Come back and address it again and say, how can we talk about it without you getting upset and without me getting upset? So building those support systems and having the meetings every month, it helps build relationships with your children and your family. Because you're not in it alone, because some people think the mom is the only one that deals with this, but sometimes there's some single men, they have kids with mental and behavior issues. And they need to know how to deal with this child. To experience mutual support and bonding, which we do a lot. Sometimes we go out to eat. If we don't eat where we are meeting at, we go out to eat. We may go to the playground. We may go to Mr. Gaddy's. That's the cheapest. Mr. Gaddy's. And the kids enjoy themselves. It's basically letting them get out of a stressed environment. Because sometimes they feel stressed. We feel stressed. What is family-driven care? Family-driven means families have a primary decision-making role in the care of their own children, as well as policies and procedures governing care for all children in their community, state, tribe, territory, and nation. This includes choosing culturally and linguistically competent supports, services, and providers, setting goals, designing, implementing, and evaluating programs, monitoring outcomes, and partnering and funding decisions so that the needs of the diverse populations are appropriately addressed. When it says that, we're talking about when you go out into the community and you're standing up advocating for each other. That's basically what my support brings into play. Not just for when they're in school, also in the community if they have projects like sports and drama. I think someone here you have a drama. Yeah, it works. It works. Everything works when you bring everybody in to make it work for the family, especially for the child. That's my presentation. I also gave you guys a pamphlet, and it talks about 1 in 5 children has a behavioral health challenge. And let's talk about it. Let's see, I can talk about this. Federation of Families provide awareness, support, and training for families, children, and youth with behavioral health challenges. To support training for families, helpline for parents, conferences and workshops, community support networks, advocacy and education. These are the children and youth that need help. And they're talking about this one right here, but I'm the only one who receives help. That means that one out of those 5 will be the only one that gets help because they don't know how to get the information, the resources to go out and mandate for themselves. They emphasize strengths and abilities to no limitations, with no limitations. Talking about it matters. Education and awareness are the most important actions towards getting rid of negative labels. Know the signs. These are the signs that kids may show. Decline in school performance, regular worry or anxiety, refusal to take part in normal activities, persistent of disobedience and aggression, recurring thoughts of suicide or death, frequent temper tantrums, depression, sadness or irritability, poor grades despite effort, repeated refusal to go to school, repeatedly changing mood swings, too much or too little sleep, feelings of worthlessness, persistent nightmares, hyperactivity, and or fidgeting. If you see dramatic behavioral changes like these, help is available. Children are unique. Each child grows and develops differently. There is an 80% success rate for treatment of mental health and challenges in our children and youth. Let's get started. That's my presentation. Feel free to ask.
Questions for Beverly? Dick?
Every one of us here have some direct or indirect relationship with what you have just spoken about.
Yes, sir.
Can you have spoken from your heart and from knowledge? Can you, if you wish, share your story?
Okay. My story, like before I was saying, my daughter age 5. And it was hard for me to understand that this is going on because I was like, what did I do? What part of birth, what part of from the time she was born to 4, what did I do wrong to make her have mental health? I was like, so I had to educate myself. I didn't make her have mental health issues. It's just part of life. Let's see.
Also, please be direct and to the point.
Okay. It was hard. She is a child that has generalized anxiety, stress, depression, separation anxiety. My child was 10 and she had a breakdown. I was walking in the store. I went to Walgreens. I left her for like maybe 5 minutes. I came back out. She was crying. She was having a breakdown, a mental breakdown. I thought somebody was killing me. I was like, where's this coming from, you know? So I had to get her rechecked because first it was just she had generalized comprehension issues and anxiety, but she has PTSD, and that's when I knew that I had to do a little bit more to get more help for her. I had to make myself aware of all the mental health issues that were out there that could affect her, because self-esteem, and I did nothing. It's just something clicked in her head that said, if you leave me, this is what's going to happen to you, where will I be? And a lot of parents don't realize separating yourself from your child it's an issue for them. And that's just basically, it was hard for me to deal with that situation without having the help in place. Because I was like, how can I do this by myself? I couldn't do it by myself. I tried. It wouldn't work. I tried faith. It helped, but I was still crazy. I was like, what am I going to do? So when I got in contact with Phoebe, help. This help. This help. I hope I answered your question. I mean, it was.
Thank
Just
you
know
for
that
sharing.
your kids' mental health, it matters. It really matters. Pay attention to signs. Just sleeping, that's a sign. There's a lot of kids that just want to sleep when they get out of school. Because they get blue, and you don't know it. That's a whole nother discussion.
So y'all, it is 1 o'clock, so in respect for